How's it going, Fallout fans? Josh Evo here. Today I'm going to be doing a Fallout top 10 legendary weapons. This is my personal list, so obviously if you have other legendary weapons that you prefer over this, then that's fine. The Deliverer will not be here, the Fusel Terribles will not be here, other such legendary weapons won't be. This is my list. These legendary weapons are all unique, can only be acquired in one location, and I'm going to go over these in detail, tell you how to get them, where to get them, any quests that are needed to complete before you can get it, and so on. And this is a collaboration with fellow Fallout YouTuber SuperbTube. He does multiple stuff, including Fallout XP glitches, cap glitches, mod reviews. He's going to do some lore videos. And he also does Skyrim stuff, so if you want to check out anything Bethesda related, go check him out in the description. Just great videos. Now anyway, let's get into the video.
Hey, what is going on, guys? It is SuperbTube here, and today I'm helping out with Josh Evo's epic top 10 Fallout 4 legendary weapons, and I'm going to be starting off the list at number 10 with the Ashmaker. The Ashmaker can be obtained in the Big Dig quest, where you help Bobby No-Nose tunnel through the ground and eventually end up in Hancock's storeroom, where you will find Fahrenheit, and you can either kill her or resolve the quest peacefully by killing Bobby No-Nose or asking her to leave, but either way you will end up with the Ashmaker, which does 15 points of explosive damage, along with the fact that it is also a minigun, and obviously this can be upgraded like any other minigun. You can have a tri-barrel, you can have a shredder on the end for extra melee damage. It is an exceptional heavy guns weapon if you are a heavy guns user. Coming in at number 9, we have the Spray and Pray, which can be found from the vendor Cricket, who hangs around a variety of locations across the Commonwealth, such as outside of Vault 81, at Diamond City, and also at the Warwick Homestead. The Spray and Pray has the exact same legendary effect as the Ashmaker, however we have ranked it higher on this list due to the fact that it is a submachine gun, and the average Fallout 4 player is much more likely to be a submachine gun user than a heavy guns user. It also uses .45 ammo, which is much more readily available than the 5mm ammo. In order to get the maximum damage out of this weapon, you want to upgrade the Commando perk, which increases automatic weapons damage capabilities. The Spray and Pray can be upgraded like any other submachine gun to include a drum mag, a compensator, and a suppressor. The Spray and Pray can be acquired very early on in the game, and it does exceptional damage, and it will turn any enemy into a pile of mush, so it is definitely worth getting this weapon. Coming in at number 8, we have the Throat Slicer, which is our first melee weapon on this list. This weapon can be acquired in the Nuka World DLC at the Nuka Town Market, and it will be sold by Caitlin Alden. This is a very unique looking melee weapon, and it has the Wounding legendary effect, which deals an additional 25 points of bleeding damage, similar to Pikmin's Blade. This weapon will be very useful for someone who wants to use a stealthy, fast melee build, as it has a fast attack method, and in order to maximize its damage, what you want to do is upgrade the Big Leagues perk.
And now coming in at number 7, so it's going to be the Kiloton Radium Rifle. Now this is an acceptable radium rifle from the Far Harbor DLC. It does 50 points of radiation damage, so any human target will be harmed even more. It also does 15 points of explosive damage, and it has upwards of 100 plus regular ballistic damage. Now this is a very strong weapon, and it can be acquired in the Nucleus in Far Harbor from Brother Kane. He's a vendor. He can sell you this weapon for 8,000 plus caps around about. There's no quest to complete this, and it's a very strong weapon, and yeah. It can be upgraded with a powerful automatic receiver, an advanced receiver for the max damage. It can be equipped with a suppressor, a compensator, a quick eject mag, whatever you want to do with it. It's a very good weapon. Well worth buying and well worth using.
At the number 6 spot, we have the Overseer's Guardian, which can be acquired in Vault 81, sold by Alexis Combs. There is no requirement prior to getting this weapon. You don't have to do the Hole in the Wall quest in Vault 81. It costs a few thousand caps, and it is an exceptional early game weapon, and even can be used in the late game. It has the 2-shot legendary effect, which shoots an additional projectile every time you fire the weapon, so it does double the regular damage. This weapon can be used as an automatic rifle, as well as a semi-automatic rifle, and even a sniper rifle. You can put a variety of attachments on this weapon to make it an exceptionally lethal device. In order to upgrade the damage to the fullest potential, what you want to do is upgrade the Rifleman perk.
And now coming in number 5 is the Problem Solver, which is a Nuka World DLC handmade rifle. This can be acquired during the An Ambitious Plan quest, which is one of the earliest quests you'll acquire during the Nuka World quest line. What you want to do is go over to Mason, the pack leader, and use the mean options, which is B on Xbox or Circle on PS4. It's a red speed check for both. Both of the speed checks need to pass above red, and so that means you'll have to have high charisma or charisma boosting items. And if you pass the speed check, he'll say he likes your attitude and reward you the weapon for free. Alternatively, if you cannot pass the speed checks, go over to the Kiloton market, which is nearby, and you can buy the splatter cannon from Aaron Corbett. He's one of the traders. It's an identical weapon, and it has the same stats, so you can just get that with the same legendary effect. This is a really good automatic or semi-automatic handmade rifle. It's the best handmade rifle, I'd say, in the entire DLC. Does consecutive damage on body parts per hit, so if you shoot at the chest, you'll do increasing damage of each hit. Splatter cannons is the same thing, and yeah, it can be modified to have powerful automatic receiver, an advanced receiver, higher mag capacity, higher fire rate, whatever you want. It can be done.
Coming in at the number 4 spot on the list, we have Big Boy, which can be found at the Diamond City Market, sold by our good old friend Arturo. This weapon is a fat man with the 2-shot legendary effect, meaning that it fires 2 nukes instead of 1, which is horrifying. However, you can make it even more lethal. Using the experimental MERV attachment, you can make this weapon fire up to 12 nuclear missiles and rain down terror across the people of the Commonwealth. Adding any attachments or perks to this weapon is basically overkill, as this is a complete bloodbath of a weapon. It will turn any enemy you encounter into poo.
And now, first to come into the top 3 is the Eternus Gatling Laser, which is a legendary Gatling laser that has the unlimited ammo capacity legendary effect. This legendary weapon can be acquired in the Amoral Combat questline in the Nuka World DLC. You have to fight your way through several opponents that come through the gauntlet, and the final challenger you will meet is the Rogue Knight, and he will drop this Eternus Gatling Laser. Now, this is a very exceptional Gatling laser, can be modified just like any other Gatling laser, but however, there is a very unique sort of glitch that happens where the fusion core is a unique type of ammo, so it removes your fusion core, which essentially means you have unlimited ammo. It will never actually use up all of your fusion cores, whereas other legendary weapons with the unlimited ammo capacity effect will burn through your ammo, like the Gauss Rifle. However, this does not. You never have to reload it, and you'll never actually lose any fusion cores, except the additional one that you have to use to fire the weapon. And I personally think this is the best, this is one of the best modifiable full auto legendary weapons in the game. And you can customize this at a workbench to either fire faster with lower damage or fire slower with more damage, whatever you're into, or however you want to fight people. Yeah, this weapon is amazing. However, there are 2 better weapons, and these would be... And now, coming in at number 2, we have the Atom's Judgement. Now, this weapon, let me tell you, is an absolute beast of a melee weapon. I'd argue it's the absolute best melee weapon you can acquire in the entire game. And you get this in the Far Harbor DLC by speaking to Grand Zealot Richter. He will give you the Heretic quest. You have to complete that, and he will reward you this amazing super sledge weapon. Now, what makes this weapon so good is it's a regular super sledge that can be modified, but it also gives 100 points of radiation damage, plus the stun pack or heating coil equipped on it will also give you energy damage which can stun opponents. And let me tell you, this weapon will absolutely destroy anyone you meet. It can 4, 5, 6 shot any Deathclaw. I've used it and fought Deathclaws, and it can destroy Deathclaws, behemoths. As long as you're wearing the right armor, you will take on anything and feel like an absolute beast, especially when you use VATS and just turn people to paste. If you check out my other video, in the intro card, you'll see me destroying Diamond City with that weapon, and you can see in this video I'm also destroying people in the nucleus with it. It's really good. It will heal ghouls, but that won't matter. The radiation damage, the radiation healing effect is negligible when you absolutely destroy anyone you see. And it'll do even more damage to human targets. I strongly recommend you complete the Heretic quest if you have the Far Harbor DLC and get this weapon. Seriously, you're missing out if you don't. However, there is one weapon that does outperform this extraordinary Super Sledge legendary weapon, and that is our number 1 pick, which would be... And now we are at our number 1 spot, and let me tell you, this weapon, you don't want to miss out on this. And it's very easy to acquire. It is the legendary last-minute Gauss Rifle. And how you acquire this is you complete the Old Guns quest for Ronnie Shaw, you make your way through the castle, help her out, and then she will sell this amazing Gauss Rifle in her vendor space. You just go to speak to her, she will sell stuff to you, scroll down, find it. It's a pretty hefty price for caps, but let me tell you, it is well worth the buy. Fully upgradable like any other Gauss Rifle, but what it does do is it does 50% extra limb damage, and on top of the 300 plus damage you'll do regularly. As long as you have as long as you have enough electromagnet cartridges, you can run around with this. You won't need any other weapon at all. Like this does like it'll do 500 damage to someone's limbs, meaning you can one-shot a Deathclaw, turn them to an absolute joke around you. Run around with that gun, nothing else will compete with it. Nothing else in this list competes with it because it's just so powerful. And yeah, you can equip a scope on it, a compensator for reduced recoil. It'll one-shot pretty much anyone. You can see me in this gameplay absolutely turning all of my settlers into an absolute... I massacre my settlers with this gun in one shot. Everything gets one shot pretty much. Seriously, get it. It is so good. And there you go, guys. That was the top 10 legendary weapons in Fallout 4. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you had any other opinions in the comments. Leave them in the comments if you disagree. Maybe talk about why you like the gun. Anyway, thank you to SuperbTube for hopping on my channel to collab with me. Go over to his channel, and we also did a video on his. Another similar video. Go check it out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you enjoy this stuff, I'll be uploading more stuff like this. Yeah, thanks guys. See you later.